Hey, happy Easter Eve.
Yes, happy Easter, everybody.
Feels weird being here on a Saturday night. Look at that. And I'm here with my two cohorts, Colin and Bill.
Our two stand-ins. Hello, everybody.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
And shout out to Lee, who was in the chat the other night when I was doing the Halloween Kills movie book club, who gave me this idea. I want to give him full credit. He said, you really should do a show on the Easter eggs in the trilogy. And I'm like, you know what? That's a hell of an idea. So Lee likes to hang out late and party, so I'm hoping he pops in.
Cool. Good stuff.
And I did reveal that I did do some cliff notes because I just didn't have a chance to rewatch everything. I mean, I remember a lot of them, but I just didn't want to miss a lot of them. So I kind of did some internet research.
Yeah.
So I cheated a little bit. I know Colin was absorbing.
Homework.
Did you look
Same
at you
here.
guys with all your homework, and I got the cliff notes, the dirty bastard that I am. And who's in the chat so far? Oh, there's our good friend Gene's in the chat. What's up, Gene?
Hey, Gene.
Tiger Entertainment. What's up? Now Easter, all Halloween. Can't speak tonight. Haddonfield households near and far. Looking forward to the Easter eggs. Yeah, there's a lot of them. So there's, you figure there's 3 movies and tons of Easter eggs, and some of them are blatant, and some of them are a little subtle.
Yeah.
Or just callbacks to certain parts in the film.
Yeah.
So if you guys had to pick one of them, like one of the films in the trilogy, to be your favorite, which one do you guys consider your favorite out of the 3?
Ooh.
Gotta
For
go
me,
with Kills.
Probably Kills, purely
Yeah.
for the entertainment value, not for the script. You know, there's so many problems with the script.
Mm-hmm.
The whole evil dies tonight thing, we all know about that.
Oh,
Pure entertainment value, Halloween Kills. But
Yeah,
over the
same.
3, I think the best structured film is 2018.
correct. You took the words out of my mouth. It was my favorite for a while, and I watched Kills a little bit more, and I love the flashback. And of course, I just have to fast forward through the hospital evil dies tonight nonsense, and how they can make Myers mistake Myers for basically the Riddler. Danny DeVito. So yeah, just come on the penguin. Yeah, just ridiculous. But yeah, then it moved forward because I watched it more, and I'm like, you know what, it is really good. And so I definitely like. Oh, hey, look, Matt Arch is in the house. Halloween Daily News. What's up, Matt?
Hey, Matt.
What's going on? Yeah, so we can go movie by movie. We can start with 2018 and see what Easter eggs we come up with. If you guys want to throw one out, well, we can go round robin. Anybody in the chat, you got some, throw them out there. Don't be shy, because from this, maybe we'll learn about ones that we missed.
Yeah, sure.
Every time you go back, you go back and you pick up on things. I mean, I've watched Halloween since 1980, first time I saw it. And every once in a while, I'll still pick up something like, I just noticed that. I didn't see that because.
Yeah, there's always little details you didn't pick up the first time.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
several hundred times, probably.
Oh my God. How many times have I watched? I can't even think about how many times. It's just obscene how many times I've watched that movie. And it never gets old, obviously.
Yeah.
I think all of us are in the same boat there.
Yep. And Gene likes them all. Yeah. Well, it's tough to pick one. I know sometimes it's tough for people to pick them. You do rankings and try to pick stuff and try to be objective. And some people get a little crazy. The Halloween fandom can get a little crazy. But everybody here is right. It's everybody's own opinion. Hey, how you feeling, buddy? How's Lurch? How you feeling?
What's up, Lurch? How was Guar?
Oh, yeah. That's right. You went to Guar. I saw you posted you went to Guar.
that's
How the hell
right.
was Guar?
Yeah. I seen the photographs earlier on Instagram.
Oh, I didn't see him. I got to go check it out. I saw that he was going. I knew he was going to Guar. 2018 was very special. But Kills with sits. Even it's a toss up between the two. It's same thing here. And I kind of put. I think had not been for the flashback scenes in Kills, and the way they recreated the Myers house like to a T.
Yeah, it was so good.
And I like that whole sequence. Big John, Little John. That made me crack up.
Yeah, they're quite entertaining. They're funny. Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Badass. Guar. I gotta catch Guar one of these days.
It's a band
Did
that
they
never.
play Sick of You?
Andy's off. Here we go. Bill's in a singing mood.
So let's do this. All right. So I'll throw one out there. Of course, I do have a couple of websites open here, and I do have some things written down. So the Easter, the first Easter egg, which is not necessarily Easter egg, it's just obvious as all hell, is the intro, the title card of 2018.
In reverse. Yeah.
It's complete. It's the Halloween intro in reverse.
Yep. Yep. Absolutely.
That.
And also in the credits, like in the original Halloween 78, they said introducing Jamie Lee Curtis. And they've done the same thing for the T-check.
Andy Matichak. Yep.
Same thing. Yeah.
Hold on. My son's staring at me. What's up?
No, I walked down here and I saw the whiskey bottle and I saw you taking a sip out of a pint glass and I was like, is he having a pint of whiskey?
No, I'm not having a pint of whiskey. So the bottle of Eagle Rare, he thought I was drinking it out of a pint glass filled to the top. I'm like, no.
Yeah, still early.
Give it time. It's still early in the show. Give it time.
You'll be lying on the floor by the end of the show.
Novelization is great, especially since it's read by. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Halloween Kills is. I only wish. I think we talked about it in the other stream. How great would it be if Bronson Pinchot would have done it in the Balky voice? If he had narrated Halloween Kills in Balky, it was don't be stupid. Don't walk over there. Michael Myers is going to kill you.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that? Oh God, I'd buy that 10 times over. Oh, and look who's here.
Ridiculous. I shot him 6 times.
Could you imagine? And look who's in the chat. Our buddy, Brett Patrick.
Hey,
What's up,
Brett.
buddy?
What up, Brett?
Hey, Brett.
Yep, Brett has been sending me pictures, which we'll show on the podcast next week. He hit a couple of sites. He sent me video of the restaurant from 2018 outside where Lori ran out to. He was there. He sent me pictures of the gas station from 2018 where they killed the podcasters.
That's cool. That's cool.
So it looks like you got a good trip going there. So hopefully some more photos come this way. Oh, and he sent me a picture of Lori's house from Ends.
Right. Cool. Good stuff.
Very cool.
It's hard to believe, like doing this thing today and the research for it. It's hard to believe that's 6 years ago since the hype began. 6 years ago already.
I can't believe that age 45 was, Jesus, almost 7 months ago already, 6-7 months ago. And we talked about it for so long and saved for so long, talked about it on the podcast, and it was here and gone so quickly. But man, what a time.
Time marches on.
Yeah, unfortunately, we get older. I get older. Well, I can't get any bolder, but I can definitely get fatter. But yeah, so yeah, age sucks, people. Yeah. But yeah, so that's it. The opening credits are in the reverse because the pumpkin is rising from the grave. What about you, Colin? You have one?
Yeah, the next one for me is Hawkins' reference to the babysitter murders. He has that bit of dialogue. So I remember, blah, blah, blah. The babysitter murders 1978, which there was a title, it was a working title originally, or supposedly for the original Halloween. So that was a nice little nod to that reference about the babysitter murders. It was the original working title. I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah, I got a real cool print on the wall back here. Actually, I bought it when I was with Brett at Monster Mania, and it's like the Halloween. It's like a nice image from Halloween, and it says the babysitter murders instead of Halloween in the font.
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. Yeah. And I don't buy a lot of prints, but I saw that and I'm like, oh, I got to get that. It was just too cool.
I think I've seen that one online, perhaps. Somewhere I've seen that before. It's the same font. It looks pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah. So I definitely had to buy it. I'm like, that's pretty cool. Although I don't know, was it Erwin Yablans? I think it was him that people were interviewing him saying that at no time was it ever going to be called that.
Yeah. Yeah.
He mentions, the idea was about babysitters being stalked and killed, but he's like, I don't ever remember it being us wanting to title it the babysitter murders, but he's also up there in age.
Not according to Mustafa Akkad. Everything he said was babysitting murders.
Yeah.
The guy stalking babysitters.
By the boogeyman.
By the boogeyman. Yeah.
Jam and Grim Reaper working in the yard. What's up, Ryan? Look at you.
Nice.
In hardcore. Nice.
See you with her, my friend.
You got one, Bill?
Yeah. Oh, how about the classroom scene? How Allison sits in the same seat that Lori sat in the corner, looked out the window the same way and saw Michael, or she saw Lori standing there instead of Michael. And then the Easter egg where the teacher was voiced by PJ Souls.
Right. Yeah, a
Yeah.
lot of people didn't catch that. A lot of people didn't catch that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Just-
that's very, very
Just
cool.
So she's also talking about fate.
Fate.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. That was a
See,
cool
this is
one.
the kind of shit we eat up. We eat this shit up. Love it. The other one that I got, so you figure now this was all set up to be, if you remember, there was going to be, they were going to shoot a different ending to Halloween, remember? So Laurie's bedroom was supposed to be the bedroom from the Doyle house. That's why
That's
it looks a lot like it. But then, of course, Carpenter's like, no, don't do that. Thankfully, they didn't do that.
Yeah.
But when you see Laurie's room, what do you see in there? You see a dollhouse of the Myers house.
Yeah, that's it.
Really?
I want a Myers dollhouse.
Yeah. The only
Well, that's
difference.
That's
On the-
when they flash back to Karen's childhood and they go to her bedroom. There's a bunch of the same items in the room that are in Laurie's room in the '78 movie,
Mm-hmm.
like the hat, the star
hat.
hat on the wall,
Yeah,
and the globe. I think it's the same black globe, and there was something else too.
I think there's a Raggedy Ann doll
picture on the
too.
wall and- Was
Yeah.
that?
Wasn't there a Raggedy Ann doll also?
think so. Yeah.
Something.
There was in the
Uh,
original.
Could be. I think there was like a pillow or something shaped as a heart too, or something like that. There's like a lot of the same items that were in her bedroom back in '78 were in, Karen's room as a child. Like she just handed down her old stuff,
Yeah.
Yeah,
pretty
correct
cool.
us if, yeah, I'm pretty sure there was. I know she had a Raggedy Ann doll in the original, and I thought there was one in 2018. Correct us if I'm wrong. I thought so. Which
I just always get confused with Conjuring when I think of Raggedy Ann.
That's what I was going to say. That's the original doll was Raggedy Ann.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's right.
Very cool. All right. What about you, Colin?
Well, the
And
next
people
one,
throw some in the chat too. Throw them in the chat.
the next one for me is the bit where Aaron, the podcaster, gets to the gas station, and there's an old woman sitting in a van, and it says "Resurrection" on the side of the van.
Mm-hmm.
So it could be a nod to Halloween Resurrection, or it could be the fact that as the camera pans round, you see the logo on the side of the van saying Resurrection, but you also see Mars walking into the shot. So it could be the resurrection of him within
Right.
that scene. It could be a double thing.
Yep, it's probably a double thing. I bet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's cool.
The Tiger also says, hat in the wall counter. Yes, the doll appears too. Yeah, it did. I thought so. It also did in Resurrection. Good call. Yes, that's right. That's where she's stuffing all those pills in Halloween Abortion.
Honestly, I don't remember Resurrection that well because I always hated that one.
Well, if you remember in the beginning when they're just feeding her pills, and as soon as they leave, she takes the pill out of her mouth and she kept stuffing it in that doll, and it was a Raggedy Ann doll.
Yeah, that's right.
Mm.
Cool. What you got, Bill?
Let's see here. How about the prison break scene with the bus crash? There's a lot of stuff going on in that one. When they first they pull up in the truck and they got the lights, it looks just like the sanitarium break in the first one where they're all wearing white and you can only see them in the headlights kind of.
Mm-hmm.
And then the song on the radio is the one that Laurie's singing on her way to school in '78.
Yeah.
And then he kills the kid.
All alone. Just
the two of us. You know what? And what stinks about that, I thought they would have put that on the soundtrack, but it doesn't appear on the soundtrack.
No.
Oh, really? Because they recorded it just specifically for that. I guess it wasn't a real song. She just
No.
made it up.
They should have put it on there. I don't know why they didn't.
That's strange.
Huh.
Well, maybe someday I'll do an expanded version or something. Perhaps.
Yep, David Gordon Green says in the making of that the Resurrection Churches are, because it's it's not too much people want to remember from Resurrection, so just put the word there and we're good. That's all we need. Sorry. Hey, if you like Resurrection, hey, to each his own. It's not the worst movie on the planet, but it's pretty much the one I reach for the least out of the franchise, put it that way.
Yeah.
The song is on Spotify now?
Oh, really?
Really? I'll have to go check it out. I don't know why they didn't put it on any of the releases. It's kind of stupid.
like Colin said, they'll try and get extra money out of it, put an expanded edition out later on.
Yeah.
Well,
Probably.
that's why one of these days I'm going to make up a meme of. Did you ever see the meme of the guy in the fishing suit and he's got the thing and he's like just holding it over like you're trying to grab it, and it's going to be that's the original ending of 2018. You almost had it, you almost got it,
Yeah.
you almost had it.
Yeah.
But they still have not included it on anything, and they're just one of these days you'll get it. It's over there. Just keep buying more and more copies, Pat. Every year, more and more copies.
Yep, for sure.
All right, what do I got here? Oh yeah, this I actually saw online, and I remember thinking about this too when I was watching it. So basically, the scene it's a vague reference. The scene in the gas station bathroom where Myers comes in and pushes the door open. It's very loosely. It's a very loose connection to somebody I had the fortunate of having dinner with at age 45. Big Joe Grizzly scene.
Big Ken for E.
Big Cam 4E.
Yeah.
My dinner partner.
Nice.
Joe Grizzly, bitch.
And I think what we talked about in the podcast, I'm sitting across from him and I so wanted to say, can you just say I'm Joe Grizzly, bitch? Just say it for me.
Did
But
it?
we're like, no, I didn't want. You know why? Because he was appreciating the fact that we were
Yeah,
just
being normal.
he was having a good time. We were having a good time. We didn't want to fanboy. It was a
Yeah.
lot of fun.
Yeah.
But he's going to be.
I totally would have asked him if he knew Makumba. That's totally what I would have asked him.
Well, if you really wanted to ask him, you can get real crazy and be like, "Are you saying I look like a chicken fucker? I want to cut off a head and stick my dick in and go ah." But he's going to be at a theater. They're doing like a zombie thing here, which I mentioned on the podcast, about an hour from me, and he's hosting it. So my wife and I got to go. We got to go. So he'd be like, "What's up, my brothers? What's up?"
I'll be excellent.
Yeah, trying to film some stuff from there, man, if you can.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'll get an interview with him if I can.
Yeah, for sure.
Andrew Stevens. Hey, Colin.
Hey, Andrew. Good to see you in here.
Yeah, it also alludes to the H2O scene. And yep, the bathroom scene in H2O.
Yeah.
This is very true.
Yeah.
What do you got, Colin?
Next one I'm going to go for is Myers acquires his jumpsuit again from a garage worker. Somebody who works in a gas station.
Yep.
So that's, to sort of throw back to the original. He was obviously a garage worker of some description, like a mechanic or whatever. So that's a little nod, to the original. Yeah.
This is true. Hey, Lito. What's up, our good buddy Lito? What's going on?
Lito?
Hey, Lito.
What about you, Bill?
Well, like I noticed that if you look close on her arm, you could see the scar from the knife where Michael got her back in '78.
Yeah.
And then if you look, you could see the stab wound from the knitting needle in his neck. And so it's cool. I just love those little attentions to detail,
Yeah. That's so cool. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what was good about these. Like I loved a lot of the sequels, of course, in the 80s and some of them in the 90s, but they didn't pay as much attention to detail. I give David Gordon Green a lot of credit for that, and Danny McBride, because a lot of attention to detail was really, really there.
Yeah,
for sure. And then it helps when you got guys like Chris Nelson and stuff who love the movies, working on them and putting that extra, making sure every detail is perfect too.
Yeah, exactly.
True.
That clouded left eye where he got the wire hanger, man. All that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because all the other sequels, there was you never saw the knitting needle in any of the masks. His eye was normal, and of course, and they managed to grow back.
Too. Camera and there were two perfect eyes.
Yeah, it's yes, and we all looked the other way for it because it's like num, we just want more Halloween, so it didn't make a difference to us. But this was great how it was such attention to detail, and like this, another call back to the original is the podcasters. Where do they go? They go visit Judith's grave, much like Myers went and visited the grave too, and of course you see him in the background as well.
That's right, behind the.
And they say like it's like that they either they duplicated the graveyard or they went to the same one from the original, because if you could match up some of the gravestones to the original movie in the background.
I think it was the original one. Yeah, because Brett and I went on the H45 tour, and they showed us the
Really?
graveyard.
Oh,
Yeah,
wow.
it's right there, and it's in Pasadena.
Right. Okay.
Wow. So yeah, they just must have went to the exact same spot then.
Yeah, because
Pretty
the
cool.
key is that one big headstone that says Sinclair. Because
Sinclair.
Judas was right next to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's right. Yeah.
And they took us. Yeah, Sean took us there for the H45 tour.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome.
Except it was much more neatly groomed. Take notice of how overgrown everything is in the '78 movie. Like when the graveyard keeper's walking with Loomis, that it looks like a wreck. Like it hasn't been mowed in like months. Take notice of it. It looks horrible. It was like
Right.
very unkept, but totally different
Yeah.
now.
Right.
That's probably why they keep it up now. They probably have all kinds of sightseers coming to check it out, you know?
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. I would say so. Yeah. We're just trying to maintain it a bit better.
Andrew says, I
Yeah.
wonder why the mask has a Warlock stretch if H281 is not canon. That's true. It does have a little bit of the Warlock stretch.
Yeah.
Well, I guess James Drew Courtney's face is a little bit bigger. Well, Nick had that very long, thin face back in the day.
Yeah. I mean, one of the shots I noticed earlier in 2018 is a bit where he kills is it Vicky, the blonde girl?
Mhm.
The camera pans up to his face as he's leaning over, and it's very, very like Dick Warlock. Just for
Yeah.
that split second, it looks sort
Yeah.
of Master's pulled or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is probably the
Mhm.
best indication of the stretch. Yeah, that's a good call. It's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
She's besitting my favorite character in the movie, the little kid, you know. She was like my #1 best babysitter.
Shouldn't be here clipping my nasty ass toenails.
Cool Hills. He's great. He's great.
Sometimes they say, oh yeah, you have to. Yeah, the more you watch, the more you see. I just go back and watch the video I did on here, 67 mistakes in Halloween, because there's 67 things that I've found over the years.
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of them are obvious. Everybody knows that, but some may or may not know it. And I tell everybody, I say, well, look, watch it. If I missed anything, tell me, because I want to add it to my list. Because I break it out every year when we do a watch along of Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, take it right from Lito. Look, in the babysitter scene, looks just like the H2 mask, and Lito would know because that's when he dresses up like Myers. He's very H2 Myers when you see him in his setup.
Cool.
So we're shit. Too busy yapping. Who goes?
I can't remember now.
Oh no, I
went
don't.
last, I think I went last.
All right.
Okay. That's Pat then.
I'm trying to look and try to think of other things here that they call back to in 2018.
Well, we could spend a lot of time talking about the whole trick or treat sequence. There's a lot going on in that.
Yeah, yeah.
The one shot where they follow him, you know, house to house.
Well, one of my favorite ones was nice to see that popped up in 2018 was the little kids with the silver shamrock masks.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Giving love to
And
H3.
another one, the same scene. There's a couple trick or treaters, and they're dressed like just like the kids from Halloween 2. One's dressed as a pirate, like the kid who had the blood with the apple from part 2, going to the hospital, and then he's walking with the kid dressed like a cowboy with the radio on his head, on his shoulder, and they bump into Michael.
That's right.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
So like 2 H2 callbacks and an H3 right there in that same scene.
Mm.
Hey, what's up, Blake? Sitting next to a bonfire watching a little Pat. Perfect start to Easter weekend. Hey, man, I was so pissed I missed the live stream they did last night. I watched it today, Blake. It was funny as hell. I'm like, son of a bitch, I missed it last night.
Another one I have is the kid in the truck when the bus crashes. His death scene's kind of reminiscent of Annie. That Michael pops up in the back seat and kills him, chokes him out. That's kind of similar.
With the fog on the windows.
Yeah. It's very similar to his death. Yeah.
Very true. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
Matt says
Also in
Oscar's
that,
devil
that
costume
scene
is an
with the
Easter egg.
with the trick or treaters in that scene
Oh yeah,
too.
true.
When he's walking from house to house and he's walking somewhere in there. I think it's when he's walking up the driveway or something. And you can faintly hear in the background like chanting going on. And they're doing that chant from the beginning of the very first Halloween movie when right after the opening credits, and they're like something something Halloween ghosts and goblins.
Oh,
You hear that same chant like in the
Oh,
background
I never
when
noticed that. I have to go back.
doing that one chant.
fuck, I've never noticed that.
I never noticed that either. When they're doing black
Check
cats and
it out.
goblins and
I think
broomsticks and
it's when he's
ghosts. Yeah.
walking up the driveway to go get the hammer out of the garage. Somewhere right in that scene where he's going, stalking.
Right, okay. I'll have to listen out for that one.
Wow,
Yeah.
did not know that. There's a letterbox Easter egg too. I think it ends. Which one? Film with the orange, green, and blue balloons. I don't know. I know when we get to ends, the thing that jumped right out at me when I saw it in the theaters, I saw it with my daughter. The first thing I saw was the Halloween 3 font, but we'll get to Halloween Kills. I mean,
Yeah.
Halloween Ends, rather.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Another one was right after that scene when he goes and kills the woman inside the house. It was a callback to Mrs. Elrod.
Yeah.
That's right.
She's dressed like Mrs. Elrod. She's cutting some ham.
The fucking nightgown on. Yeah, yeah. Very similar. Yeah. An actual
Yeah, the
fact.
whole scene is like Halloween 2, where he's going through the neighborhood, just kind of picking people off or going in their houses. It's like it feels like very much like Halloween 2. It's my favorite scene in the whole movie in Halloween in 2018. Just that whole sequence.
Mm-hmm.
It's the most Halloweeny in the whole movie.
Yeah.
It's just getting back to the font again. I was recently watching Don't Look Now with Donald Sutherland, and they actually used the exact same font in that, and that was like before Halloween 3. It was like 72, 73. The exact same color, the exact same font.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting fact.
You got another one, Bill? Because I just thought of another one too.
Just like how they when Michael kills the babysitter in the house and then covers her up with the sheet like the ghost.
Yeah.
Just like in the first one when he came in like dressed as Bob and stuff. So that's kind of another reference to the first one.
Very true. I'm thinking when he goes into the house and sneaks around the side, the girl on the phone is talking to Sally, just like Alice was talking to Sally in Halloween 2. And so, I mean, granted, he came from behind and stabbed the neck from the back. And H2, she got it in the front.
Yeah.
So yeah, I love that. That's a nice callback right there.
Yeah, for sure.
There's another bit of dialogue. Excuse me. There's another bit of dialogue with Laurie. And she says it in H2O as well. She says, "Do as I say" in the first one. The two kids, Tommy and Lindsay. She says it in H2O. And she also says it in 2018 when she's leaving the voice message to Allison. She says, "Do as I say." Which was, she said that in the first film as well.
Yep. There was no mention of the Mackenzies, though, huh?
No.
Because they mentioned they mentioned the Beckers in Halloween 2, in H2O, but the Mackenzies. Oh, D Tiger said the same thing. Kills the lady in the throat. Yep, just like H2. Alice is talking to Sally on the phone.
Yeah.
Steady cam shot of the shape going through the neighborhood on Halloween night gives me chills every time. It is. It's absolute. I remember when I saw it, I'm like, wow, they finally got this right. They got it right. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, and actually, it's funny because I'm scrolling on here just to pick up a few more, and one of them says, "Do as I say," just like you said. Oh.
Yeah.
The only other one I got from this movie is one that I actually saw online that I thought was pretty interesting. I guess if you pay real close attention to Zartane's pen throughout the movie, the little part like right here that clips on, it's actually shaped like a human spinal cord. And then when later on he turns that into a knife and he literally stabs, what's his name? Hawkins. Literally stabs him in the back, and it's like a like it kind of warns you that this is what is going to be used for, is that spine,
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
It's true. Didn't even think of that.
Yeah, I would have never noticed that. It's such a small detail, but that just shows you how deep into this they were when they made this.
Yeah. And there's also that scene with when Laurie comes into the restaurant with Alison and Karen and the boyfriend and the father, and she's like down in the wine. She's done the exact same thing in H2O as well, in the restaurant with her boyfriend.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
This is true. She likes to drink. Again, nothing wrong with that.
No.
No, I'm having my. There you go. We're all hanging out together. Very, very cool. And I got what's the other one I was thinking of?
Cans from me and the wife went and saw Ghostbusters the other day, and I smuggle these ones in with me because they don't have a reflection. They're like matte black. I just put them in my drink holder. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah, a lot of theaters nowadays, like the theater by me, man. I'm telling you, if I walked in with a dead body over my shoulder, they wouldn't. They don't even bother because there's like a dollar store next door. We just load our pockets up with candy and drinks, and we just walk in, and they don't give a shit. They don't even say anything.
Yeah, this time going in, they had big signs right as soon as you walked in that said "No outside food or drink." And that was never there before. So a lot of people must be doing that.
Oh yeah.
When Laurie looks up and sees Myers in the mire, it kind of reminds me of when Jamie has her first nightmare in H4 in the bedroom. Oh, I can see that. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. True.
When the mirror shatters. Yep.
Yeah.
Brett shaved his head. Baby smooth. What about here's another one. So in H1, what do you call it? Bob gets pinned to the wall in the kitchen, and 2018, Dave gets pinned to the wall in the kitchen. The only thing that really sucked is they should have filmed it so we could see it.
Yeah.
It's just the aftermath of him stuck to the wall.
Well, they probably didn't want to take, that's such an epic scene from the first one. It's like, they did it, but they didn't do it,
Well, they did, because when we get to Ends, they kind of did it with the nurse in Ends, the one that works with Allison.
Very true, yeah.
In Dr. Mathis' house, they basically did it.
Yeah.
And she was a lot cuter than both of them, so. So I can't complain there.
I suppose you could throw in like when Ray's talking in the restaurant again, and he's telling Cameron about doing peyote with Lonnie Liam, and so that was another reference to a character from the first film. So that was another little Easter egg threw in there.
Yeah, because they didn't flesh them out until Kills,
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And you also have
the dad too is the Wiz from Seinfeld, the father of Andy Matichek's character.
Oh yeah.
Ray.
And he played "I'm the Wiz and nobody beats me" from Seinfeld.
Yeah, he also played. He was in TV show Mom, and he was hysterical in it. That's why everybody shits all over his character, but he's actually a funny actor and a good actor. Outside of this, he just had shitty dialogue. I don't need to know. I don't need to hear peanut butter on my penis. So, come on.
You guys seen a film called The Rental?
The Rental.
Sounds
a slasher film from about 2018, 2017 maybe.
I think I heard of it. No, I haven't seen it though.
It's a really good film. And Ray's in that. He plays a part in that. So it's worth checking out. It's a good film.
The Rental. I got to check that out. Something to watch.
Yeah, it's definitely worth checking out. It's a good slasher movie.
Well, I got one right here, and I'm gonna preface it by showing the person who I'm going to mention, and everybody will recognize this, especially Bill.
Fuck the other Everscathed. Fuck you for sending me this shit.
The comedic bumbling cops are the same as H5, sort of, not as bumbling.
Yeah. No, they're way better in 2018.
Much better, much better.
Shout out to Chris. He actually wrote in one of my posts earlier today on Instagram.
Oh, did he? I feel bad. I got to get back to him because I reached out to him right before the holidays, and he is all set to come on. And then the holidays came. I said, we'll have you on after the holidays. I have to reach out to him and have him on. big
Mhm.
time.
And I also
Yeah.
had Carmela McNeil. She wrote on the post today as well. No, it was yesterday. Yesterday she wrote on the post.
She's a sweetheart. I've seen a
That's
bunch of interviews.
such a
If
lovely girl. Yeah,
if Matt's still in the chat from Halloween Daily News, he interviewed her and she was so nice.
yeah, so cool. Yeah.
Oh, there he is, our resident encyclopedia. What's up, Travis?
Hey, Travis.
What's up?
Awesome. Let's see. I'm trying to look. Oh, and this wasn't an Easter egg. This was something that irritated me. But I don't know how you even. It's not even a callback or an Easter egg. When she's in the restaurant, she's talking and she refers to him as the shape.
Shape. Yeah. Fuck. I hate that.
Oh God!
That's just
And people
fuck-
interpret it.
Uh,
I've heard people interpret it just the same way they interpret the end of the original Halloween, where she says, "Was the boogeyman?" She doesn't
Yeah.
say it was the boogeyman. Was it the boogeyman? She says, "Was the boogeyman?" She even
Yeah.
posted a picture of her script
Yeah.
on Instagram not that long ago, and you can see exactly that's exactly what it said. So here, people are like, well, maybe she didn't say the shape. People are saying, well, I heard she said I saw his shape. I'm like, no, it's clearly the
Oh,
shape.
oh, the shape is the
Says
shape.
the shape.
Yeah.
And I'm in the theater. I'm like, what? Whoever called him the shape in the movie. I'm like,
I remember saying the first time in the cinemas, oh no, why you go
Yeah.
there? It's
that's
shit.
something that definitely irritated me.
Yeah.
What's Travis got? 2018, Laurie is seen making strawberry milk and ends. Corey keeps getting chocolate milk, never getting to drink it. It shows how Laurie is still innocent while Corey is denied his innocence. You would never know that Travis is as young as he is because he's very insightful. And to this day, I don't know. I'm like, he must be a professional movie watcher because he knows so much about films. And I'm like, and he's so much younger. And I'm like, how do you know all this stuff? How much time do you have to watch a
Encyclopedia
movie?
brain. Like, unbelievable.
Seriously. God bless you.
Unbelievable.
Pretty deep.
Yeah.
That's pretty deep. I didn't pay attention to their milk.
Yeah. Trying to see some other ones here. Oh, of course. One of the best scenes towards the end when Michael throws Laurie over the balcony. He goes to look and she's gone.
She's gone.
For the second time, the second time around, he looks and she's gone. That sent chills up my spine. I was like, that's cool. I go, that was really cool.
Good. Yeah. And then it's also she sort of reversed the rule as well. At the top of the cellar, when she comes out of the shadows behind Michael, it's sort
Right.
of when he came out of the shadows.
Yep.
Before he stabbed her, she fell over the balcony or the stairs. That's
Yep.
kind of the same thing, yeah. You see the face coming out of the darkness.
Yeah.
Just reversed. Yeah. That was a cool scene too.
Leo devotes a lot of attention to milk. I can't stand milk. Oh, the only time I can ever have any milk is in a cereal. I just never could get the taste of it. Oh.
Lactose free for me.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you can't have it. Halloween ends. The hobo's name. That's right. When you read the novelization, the hobo's name is Nelson Christopher. When we get to the Halloween Ends novelization, for those that haven't read it, we're going to do it on the book club. And I've already read it. There is a big backstory on that guy.
Right. Okay.
And there's a reason why he's there. And you just think he's like some bum that almost resembled Nick Castle, who could have just played that part. But there's a whole backstory on him and why he's there. So it's pretty cool.
I'll have the buy-ins novel. I haven't got it. I've the first two of 18 and Kills, but I haven't got ends yet.
Can you guys get Audible over there in Ireland?
Oh yeah.
Go get a free. You get a free month's trial, and
Okay.
you can get the Audible version for and just listen to it for free.
Okay. Thanks. I'll check that out.
Sheriff Barker joking to Hawkins, what are we going to do? Cancel Halloween, which is what happened between age 5 and 6. That's pretty good. I didn't think of that. That's right. We're going to pull Haddonfield out of the proverbial asshole. Was that Barry Kicks Ass?
I think so.
If they would have went more in the direction of the novelization. Oh, exactly, Lurch, exactly. I know you're ready. Halloween Ends novelization is a lot better than the film. There's so much more Myers in it. And you just scratch your head and say, why didn't you use this?
Yeah.
It's
There's one other one I thought of earlier in the film with Oscar, He's in the Elrod backyard, and he actually says, "Hey, Mr. Elrod," and all that.
Right.
That,
Call back to Mr.
that
Elrod.
must obviously be the next generation of Elrods.
Oh hell yeah, they're
Literally.
long dead.
You know what I mean? That was pretty cool. You know,
If you need to egg a house from the Halloween series, which one would you choose? Count me in for a dozen. Directed at the H5 Myers house. Not a dozen, a couple dozen. While that's a beautiful house, it's like, how did the Myers house become this gothic mansion?
Yeah, it became the Munsters house.
it's like the monsters. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, right. Yeah, exactly. When confronted with the mob and kills or cops in flashback, Michael freezes. Also doing the same with the firefighters before seeing their fear killing them. When there's no fear, he has no power. True.
Yeah.
Sort of, I guess you could say he borrowed that from Pennywise. Sort of the same thing.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
And here's, I tell you, I never see how young Travis is. He's like this intellectual who knows a lot of shit.
Sounds like it.
The scene in Halloween 2018 where Dickie is in the kitchen and they show the laundry on the clothesline, just like in H1. Actually, like just like H1 and just like H6.
The sheets.
It's in a bunch of them, isn't it? There's sheets like in all throughout the franchise.
Yeah.
And you could even, we just watched Friday part 3, and it was like almost a nod there because they had the sheets on the out there too.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, Carmelo, because if you guys go check out the Halloween Daily News, there's a great interview he did with Carmela McNeil. She's such a sweetheart, super nice.
Yeah,
Travis would egg Mr. Strode's house from H6. Yeah, because he's such a dick. That's a good one. You and that little bastard of yours. Oh, he was such a jerk.
He always reminded me of Biff from Back to the Future.
Yeah, he is very Biff-like. That's true.
He's close between Biff and Bill Clinton.
Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Fat Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
And of course, the ending of 2018, you could equate it to the ending of Halloween 2.
Yeah,
where he's blown up. He's supposed to be burned alive, just like in Halloween 2.
Yeah, true, very true.
Yeah, we could just egg Mr. Strode, get to the source. Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to remember, has he ever, Brett? If you're still in the chat, has he ever been to a con? Bradford English? I think he's still alive. I don't think he's dead. I don't remember ever seeing him at a con. So I wonder if he was at age 25 or age 30 because Brett was there and I was not. The nurse and the doctor are Easter eggs foreshadowing kills. So a nice little reverse Easter egg, if you will. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is true.
True, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sexy, was it Sexy Nurse? Okay. See, I figured Brad, and I figured Lita would know too because I wasn't there for age 25. So Bradford was there. I thought so. You just really never ever see him. And yeah, I've heard he's supposed to be very, very nice. Complete opposite of what he was in H6.
Yeah, he's a complete dick in H6.
Exactly.
Unbelievable.
The new trilogy seems to establish Michael targets women. He'll kill a guy only if they violate a boundary or armed or if he needs something from them. Oscar being an anomaly. Well, that's the whole thing. People always say, you get a lot of people saying, they just out to kill women in these films. Well, you know what? A lot of them, shout out to women. There's a lot of women that love horror movies, but we want cute girls in horror movies, little nudity. See anything you like? Yeah, I do.
Yeah, of course.
See a couple of things.
There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that.
No, not at all.
They're to be that's why they're there.
Let's move on to Halloween Kills.
No, this day on. Okay.
You guys have a couple more for 2018? If you do, throw them out there. Otherwise, we'll
be done.
You got anything, Bill, that we missed? Anybody in the chat?
That's done with 2018.
Mrs. Blankenship was age 25 too. Nice. Well, I know she's long dead.
No.
Well, see what's good. I guess we can negate the whole flashback scene because that's a callback to everything.
Yeah.
But attention to detail like no other. Right down to obviously the dead dog, the
wagon,
the gutter hanging in the right spot with the broken window. Yeah, the wagon outside.
Yeah.
Yep. Although you don't see the wagon in the original, but obviously it's got to be parked somewhere, and here it's parked across the street, which would make sense.
Yeah, well, I always wondered about that because when Loomis spots it at the end of 78, it's just down from the babysitting houses.
He's like, yeah.
So when did Michael drive the car back outside the Myers house? Was it after he was shot off the balcony?
Yeah, they never really did that all that well. But have you guys read the original novelization? They
Yeah,
actually addressed it. They addressed it more, where it said that Loomis was, while he was waiting, and Brackett was coming back, he was bored, so he started to walk around the neighborhood, and that's when he saw it.
Right. Okay.
He saw it down by the babysitter's house, and
Uh-huh.
that's why he was in the area when he heard the kids scream. And so they do address it there. There's a few things they address in the novelization. I guess Curtis Richards sort of
Years since I've read it.
picked all those little parts out. Yeah.
It's about 30 years ago since I read it.
What's Travis got here? Notice he doesn't kill the Johns, which sounds weird, until they go after him, as they aren't trespassing. They live there. But when Dennis steals the candy, he trespasses, so Michael kills him. Interesting. I like that.
Speaking of Halloween 6, so that's another link to that. Those guys are realtors living in that house. I saw someone mention that in a video, and I looked up at it, and sure enough, they're supposed to be realtors. The Big John and Little John.
Okay.
Yeah,
living
they're
in the
realtors.
Myers house, and in part 6, it's Strode Realty, and he's living in the Myers house.
That's a good. I didn't pick up on that, but that's true. Yeah, because they make no mention of them being realtors in the film, but they do in the novelization. Yep.
Right.
Well, I guess there's stuff in the background you could see, like their business cards.
Oh, maybe,
little
yeah.
for sale signs with their pictures and stuff.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, I never noticed that before. I saw it on a video. I was like, wow, all right, there's one. That's cool. I got to write that one down.
Yeah, I didn't think of that. That's a good one too. And I was we're coming to that part with the Big John, Little John in the book club too.
All right.
And yeah, they're both realtors. Wow, I didn't think of that. Very good. They have. I guess you can say that even though we weren't going to go back to the flashbacks, because it's pretty much them having attention to detail, but right at the very end, they have that cinematic tableau, just like the beginning of the original Halloween, before it goes to the title card, where everybody's just standing still, and everybody stood still this time, not like Mrs. Myers, who put her hand in her pocket, ruined the shot in the original, because it's supposed to be, they're just supposed to be frozen in time, and you pull back. They got it right in this one because nobody was stupid enough to move. Yeah.
That's my wife's favorite part of the first Halloween, just that opening scene when it's panning out, and she just puts her hands in her pocket. We're always like, "Oh, Michael."
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing? It's like she's gonna pull out like a friggin' butterscotch candy and put it in her mouth or something.
Did you kill another sister?
That's it. Stabbing people again.
Haven't I told you stop stabbing people? God damn you!
Right.
Oh, Stefan.
Something else from the
Stefan's in the house.
flashback. They when he attacks that one cop and he comes rushing out, he grabs him, he throws him against the wall, and he's like choking him. He's holding a rope against his throat right there. And when you go back to the original movie, that's what I can't think of his name. Sheriff Brackett is saying outside the hardware store. He's telling the girls, he didn't steal much. This is a Halloween mask, some rope and a couple knives. And well, there you go. There's some of the rope probably that he stole. Probably used that.
Yeah, that's probably it. Yeah.
What did I just see now? Hunter, hey, what's up? I love Michael Myers. I got like 10 masks. Nice. I like the avatar. I can see it. You're definitely a Halloween fan. You found the right place. And he says, I'm sad that there's going to be more Myers movies. Don't worry about it. I mean, they're going the television version right now. But yeah, they'll come out with more movies eventually. They'll reboot. And you know what? I'm content. I'm one of those Halloween people that are content if they didn't make any more movies. You know what? This is what it is.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm happy. Like, for me, I'm quite content with the first two or the first three. But like with the Myers story, like 1 and 2 does me. And probably 4 on a good day.
I like 4 too. Yeah. I like 4. You don't need it, but I like that it exists. I do enjoy the movie. I like it.
Yeah. definitely.
Exactly. But this is one I just saw it on here. Do you guys take notice of when they're in Mick's bar and they flash to a picture in the background and it's Bob Odenkirk? It's supposed to be Bob
Oh,
Sims.
Yeah.
Better Call Saul.
But I picked up right away. I saw it. I'm like, is that Bob Odenkirk? Because I'm a big Better Call Saul fan and Breaking Bad
Yeah.
fan.
Yeah.
And plus, he was always great when he was Ray Romano's friend on Everybody Loves Raymond. He was always on that.
Mm.
So yeah, I saw that. And I was just like, okay, and I was wondering, I'm like, why is Bob Odenkirk in here? But apparently, I guess he was friends with somebody, and they just picked his picture out and just thought it would be a goof to put it in there. Sounds like something Danny McBride would do.
Yeah,
Well,
probably.
apparently, they didn't get the rights to use the original Bob photo in time. So I think David Gordon Green's friends with that other guy. And he asked him, "Can we use your photo, your high school photo?" He said, "Yeah, sure."
Yeah,
So
Bob Odenkirk is funny as hell. He'd be like, "Shit, go ahead. How funny would that be?" People see my face in the friggin' movie, like, "What the hell is that?" What's what is
Also at that mixed bar, when they're at that bar, the in the beginning when they're doing the talent show thing, there's a group of girls singing, and I guess they're singing an old Coupe de Ville song.
yes, yep, that's right.
Oh yeah, that's right. I didn't pick that up at first, but I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
That's right.
And also just the mixed bar too, just the motif when they're coming in and you see it's called mix, or I think there's like a big shamrock on the sign. It's just right away you think of like Halloween 3 and like the Curse of Thorn and all the Gaelic, the Celtic stuff,
Yeah.
That's right.
the nod towards that, and the Samhain, like you're sure Samhain.
Yep. Great
Yeah, I
band.
noticed you guys are both wearing the correct shirts, and I went a little more Easter motif. I got the Twilight Zone bunny.
Well, cool.
I was just looking at that today too. I was going to try to fit that in somewhere, like in the corner. I was going to lift the bunny from Twilight Zone.
Yeah, I got it just to wear on Easter every year.
Nice
Stefan bought some Arizona Gunslinger hot sauce across the U.S. border last Saturday. You haven't seen it a bit, Stefan. In the OG film, we see Loomis eyeing Marion cigarettes like he wants one. Then Hunt offers him one in H2, which he takes with the lighter, which is what he uses to defeat Michael. Yeah, well, there's trying to think. Is there? Well, of course, she's smoking. She's smoking in Mick's bar. Of course, she's the smoking nurse.
Yeah.
And everybody knows my affinity for that scene. El conejo es rojo. If you guys saw that. Hunter says favorite Myers movie is Halloween Kills. Yeah, that's nothing wrong with that. A lot of the younger generation, and there's a big generation of people now, the big Rob Zombie Halloween fans, because that's what they grew up with. I always call it like a gateway drug. Whatever you came into the franchise with, there's a lot of people that are big H2O fans because that was their movie. Like Joe, H4 was their movie, so they're big fans of H4.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just an old fart who started with the OG back in 1980. So
I hear you there. I hear you.
Stefan's favorite is Halloween 2. That's Joe. Actually, no, I'm wrong. That's Joe's favorite over H4. But what's good about Halloween 2 is you can just watch the two of them. You can just watch them together as one long movie.
That's it. I always do.
Same here. That's what I thought when I first saw him. That's how I saw him. The first 2 times I saw those movies were on like a movie marathon leading into Halloween. They would play 2 movies every night on a local channel, leading in it. They'd always play Halloween 1 and 2 back to back. So the first 2 times I saw those movies was back to back. And I thought it was one long movie the first time I saw it. I didn't realize, it's 2 parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. I'm looking to see if there's anything else here. You guys got anything else for Halloween Kills?
Well, obviously, it's the obvious one. Haddonfield Hospital's there. Makes a return. Even though it's not canon part 2, but it's there. Obviously, Kyle Richards coming back. The character of Tommy Doyle coming back.
Yeah.
Nurse Marion coming back. Charlie Cypher's coming back.
Yeah, that's another link to Halloween 6. Both Kills and 6 had Tommy Doyle character as an adult in them.
Yeah.
True. Yeah.
Yep.
And then, like I said, the hospital. they had the same logo on their clothes that they had in
Yeah.
Halloween 2.
Yeah.
Right, they use the same logo. That's true. Halloween ends. Corey took over the whole movie. Yep, unfortunately. Unfortunately, and I did actually. If there was a separate movie on its own, I was invested in it. Like if they would have made a movie about Corey and he sort of gets possessed by Myers, not necessarily meets him and takes his hat and exchanges loving glances to each other, it would have been okay if it was like something like that and leave Myers out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, for
Rambo
sure.
Lady rules. That's right, man. My favorite is the Iron Lady, the lady with the iron and the
Iron Maiden.
and
The Iron Maiden of Haddonfield.
the Iron Maiden. That's
It was
good.
also cool with the Will Sandon character standing at the end up at the window, dressed like the original Myers.
Yeah.
That was a nice.
Yes.
Well,
I didn't
Yeah.
even notice that until the last time I saw it. I didn't even notice that any other time.
yeah. That was
Yeah,
fun.
whoever they got to play young Will Sandon looked a lot like him.
Yeah, so like him. Yeah.
Barely see him in that reflection at first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
So cool.
Trying to think what else there is in here. Yeah.
The only other thing in Kills that I could think of is when Lindsay he's fighting with Myers outside the car, and she escapes the same way that Laurie did in the first movie. She tries to pull his mask off, you
Yeah.
know, and that. But
Oh yeah, good
except
call.
this time there wasn't a cunt underneath.
Mhm.
Oh, look at you. You're calling it this. That's why.
What kind of cunt does that?
You called it. You poked the bear.
Never gets old. Never gets old.
And he's
And of
playing.
course
He's doing a con somewhere. I forget. Somebody just posted it somewhere. He's doing a con.
Of course, there's Brackett's line of one good scare. There's
Oh
Ryu,
yeah.
which was
Oh,
fucking
that cringe.
Totally
So
on.
cringe.
cringe-worthy shit that was.
Yeah, I think we did that. Brett, tell me if you're still in the chat. I thought we did. Did we do an episode on all the cringy lines in the Halloween movies? We really can do that, and that's one of. Along with this is for Dr. Loomis. Oh, I hate that.
Oh God, yeah.
Oh, it's like, Michael, do me a favor. Go ahead, stab the shit out of her for that. Go ahead,
Yeah.
do it.
Go to work, do your
Please
bit,
do.
go on.
Yeah.
Do your bit for humanity. Get rid of her.
The bratty teens with Lonnie in the flashback are Mulaney's relatives, Officer Mulaney. Yep, it ends. That's right. There's a callback to it. And you could also say that in the flashback, when he's getting picked on, it's sort of it's the same thing that they did to young Tommy Doyle in the original 78.
And you also have Hawkins, that moment with him and Laurie in the hospital. And he says, "You were sweet on Ben Tramer, weren't you?"
Right?
Mhm.
They brought
Brings
Ben
up Ben.
Tramer to it.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah. That was a nice callback too.
And of
Yeah.
course, they have the callback to H3 again in here when the kids all have the Silver Shamrock masks. Even Marion's got the witch on when she's dead, and he kills the kid who's wearing the skull one.
Mm. I suppose you could say the sort of mob mentality thread that had in Kills was kind of reminiscent of the mob in H4, only far more exaggerated, but it has that
Yeah.
same sort of, they're trying to say the same thing about mob mentality.
And they all came out of the bar, just like in H4.
That's it, yeah.
I'll
Watch
take the
register for me.
nomination any day.
Got it, Earl. What's
Good
Travis saying? Basically, have Corey stab himself with a knife by falling down the stairs. Have Laurie walk downstairs, add gunshots to transition right into Michael. It probably would. There was a lot of so many things they could have did and ends, and I think we blamed a lot of things on the past couple of years on COVID. We can blame it on that because they had too much time to rethink things. They would have just left it alone.
Such a shame that. Such a shame. I mean, I would have loved to have seen what they've done if I had 3 films on the one night.
Yeah,
Would have seen how that panned out. Yeah.
I don't see why they changed it from there. That would have been fine if they would have just did that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the third one just didn't feel like any kind of resolution to the story, which is what we've all been looking for all these years. And it's just like, oh, here's this thing kind of involves some of the characters, but you know what I mean? It's just it's so different. I don't know.
So out there on its own. It's just a weird. But the thing about it is, the annoying thing is, it's a well-made film. It's well acted. You know, you're invested in the characters, but just not in that fucking movie. It's just the wrong placement. You
Right.
know,
Totally.
obviously what they've done to Michael Myers was a disgrace. I mean, I can never forgive that. You know, it's just, what are you doing? The whole procession through the streets and the fucking grinding machines. Like, no, 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 no.
Yeah, no,
Uh,
no. The chainsaw scene and him pushing a guy's eyes in was the brutalest to me. While that was a cool scene, Myers was never that brutal. He was just a bare knuckles type of killer. That's
Yeah.
very Jason-ish. So while it was cool, um, yeah, I mean Michael obviously got a little bit more brutal in H2,
Mhm.
but over the top kills, he never really did that. So I like that they didn't go
Yeah,
too
well,
crazy.
the kills and kills like were some of my favorite though, man. Like that whole scene with the old couple. I wish she would have died though, but when he got that woman in the throat with the light, oh,
Yeah.
it was like my favorite kill in the movie. Only to find out she was still alive in the third one. I'm like, oh man, didn't
Yeah.
count
Yeah,
as a kill.
There's no way she would have survived that.
no.
No.
Had we seen Corey in 2018 and kills even a tiny bit part, it would have added a lot. Just true. If he had been a character and then over the films he had changed it to that, instead of just introducing this character at the end. I've told the story, which was it was like 40 years in the making. I'm sitting in the theater with my daughter because she came to see Halloween Ends with me, and when I saw H3 in the theater back in '82, and about half hour into it, I'm there with my friends, and I'm like, we're like, "Fuck is Michael Myers? Are we in the right theater?"
I mean,
And
like,
And I'm watching Halloween Ends with my daughter, and like 45 minutes in, she's like, "Dad, where's Michael Myers?" It was like 40 years later. My daughter's telling me the same thing I was doing
Yeah.
back in '82.
Yeah.
to me, it feels like they could have made 4 films. You know, they could have had the third one more about Corey. And Myers is still out there somewhere. He's a threat. Maybe have him in it somehow. And then maybe in the 4th installment, finished off Corey and then finished off Michael, you know. But they just to flesh Corey out more. They had to made 4 films and might have worked better.
It would have worked well in an
Yeah.
anthology. It would have been good as an anthology story.
Yeah.
For sure. It would have been perfect as an anthology story, for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there, Brad's poking the bear. What we're really missing is a Robert Mundy tribute in this trilogy. 3 people are dead tonight as a result of an escaped mental patient.
The streets of Chestnut.
As a result, the streets between Chestnut and 10th are jammed with people and cars. To repeat, those streets are Chestnut and 10th. They just jam with both people and cars. I love Rabbit Monday. He's my favorite. Basically established Allison getting her car fixed during the events of 2018, establishing Corey in that love triangle. Yeah, that would have been that's a good see. Travis is good. That would have established him somewhere in there and the familiarity that we would have saw, like, oh, could this be a love interest?
Mhm.
Yep.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yep. see,
Anything would have helped instead of just ushering this guy into the last part of the story from nowhere. You know, it just
Yeah, it didn't fit.
no, not at all.
It didn't fit. But let's go. So we go through some Easter eggs in Halloween Ends. The first one, I said it before, right off the bat. What do you see? Halloween Ends is in the H3 font.
Which is awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And I picked it up right away. I was like, wow. My daughter's like, seriously? That's the first thing I noticed? I said, Dad's a geek. What do you want me to do?
I did the same thing.
And you have Oscar's mum hanging herself, and the camera's going through the streets. It shows you
Yeah.
how. Yeah. So
A lot of people didn't pick up on that at first. Yeah, they didn't pick up on that. And she's wearing his costume.
Yeah. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
She's wearing his devil costume that he was killed in. Yep.
Yeah.
This I saw this online. I made a note of it when what the hell is the name here? Mr. Allen, the little annoying bastard kid Jeremy that falls to his death, the little bastard that he was. When Corey comes in, the dad's playing the piano. He's playing what was that Facada, and it's the one you always like the stuff you always hear in like Bach tune you always hear played around like horror movies and like Dracula and stuff like that. So I thought that was a pretty cool nod.
Yeah. Yeah.
Funny little story about that opening scene with the kid falling to his death. Relates to the Everscade in a way. Right when that movie came out, we were about to go film our video for our song "Let It Rest," and We had the video all planned out. We had people that were going to volunteer as actors to die, to be victims in the video. Last minute, all of them pulled out. So the day of the show, I have no one to play these victims and get killed. I have all the props built. I have everything ready to go, and I got no victims. And I thought, well, this is it. It's over with. We can't shoot. And just kind of sat there for a minute, thought about it. I was so blown away by the beginning of that movie. Halloween Ends, and that kid falling to his death, and I was like, holy shit! I can't believe that's how they opened this movie. It just gave me such high hopes for the film right away, and I just kind of started thinking about that moment, what a shock that was. I'm like, well, I got kids I can use, so I wound up killing kids in the video instead of killing the adult volunteers. And it kind of worked out better because everyone talks about how, like, wow, I can't believe you killed them kids like that. I'm like, hey, man, it worked out better for me. And I totally give credit to Halloween Ends for helping me out with that idea.
Happy accident. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Stefan's got a good one right here in Ends. Nick Castle's cameo in Ends.
Oh, yeah.
See anything you like, Scarecrow? Just like the PJ Souls callback, yeah.
Yeah, that was
See anything
cool.
you like?
That was cool.
Yeah.
With the dead Kennedys playing in the background.
That same thing. I'm sitting there with my daughter and I hear them playing Halloween. And I'm like, holy shit, dead Kennedys.
Yeah. And the Cramps, they're playing the Cramps later as well.
Later on, they're playing the Cramps. Yeah.
DJ booth. Yeah.
How awesome was that? Also, the babysitters and when he's sitting there babysitting, what are they watching? They're watching The Thing.
Mm-hmm.
John Carpenter's The Thing. And everybody's like, well, how's that a callback? Well, what were they watching in the original movie?
Yeah, exactly.
Thing, the original Thing from Another World.
Yep. Which then John Carpenter went on to remake, which is one of my favorite movies ever made.
Yeah.
The only thing that kind of confused me about that was are they saying by those kids watching The Thing that John Carpenter exists in that world then? Is this supposed to be a world? You know what I'm saying? Because he filmed the original film based upon this story. So it always sort of played in my head. And what fucking angle are coming from here? You know, is John Carpenter
part of the multiverse?
Okay. It's getting too Marvel for me. Fuck that.
Look at Travis. You her neighbor and you don't even know her name. Oh, it's awesome, Travis. And Tiger says a variation tune of Don't Fear the Reapers playing when Laurie runs into Hawkins at the market.
Yeah.
He said I didn't pick up on that. I mean, I know they played at the end of the film. Really? I didn't notice that. Oh, I gotta go back and check it out.
No, is it not the song that she sings in H1 that's playing?
Again, it's playing in Ends when she runs into Hawkins?
Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah, I gotta go back and check that out. I don't know.
Yeah, I have to check that out.
Here's a good one too. Laurie staring at Corey out the window like Myers when he's like looking at him like she saw him by the sheets. Although he's next to a hedge too, which is a callback to the hedge too. But that was a great scene.
Yeah, and they have Laurie's memoirs, which is called Stalkers, Survivors, and Sam Hain. Was a nice Halloween too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then there's that part where they carved the pumpkin, and she carves it exactly like how they carved the pumpkin when she watched the kids in the first one. And it's like shit in both of them.
Yeah, and she's wearing the same outfit she wore in the first movie too. She's got the blue shirt and the pants.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
She's dressed exactly like she was in '78. Yeah, and here's a good one. I wish this was that. The grocery store, a shopping bag. Remember what that was in Halloween 2?
Oh yeah.
When she's talking, she saw him in the shopping bag, behind the shopping bag about a Lost River Drive-In. They saw him walking in the field. Julie said he was so creepy. Julie's full of shit. Shout out to Bud. Love him.
Didn't escape the last night. But yeah, there's the scene with when Corey jumps off the roof of the radio station and he's landing and he does the Mars setup.
Yeah.
That's our end turns.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
And
as
there's
well.
way too many Christine references to list.
Oh yeah.
Well, there's another one here where, if you know, in her office in Ends, if you look on the wall, she's got clippings from newspapers, very reminiscent of all the clippings that were in H2O in the beginning.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
When Loomis had all the H2O, had all the Myers shit on the wall.
And she has that. She uses one of the photos from '78 is on the wall of Annie and Linda and her together. It's in the kitchen.
Yep.
Yeah, the three of them.
Yeah, and actually, the obituary picture, one side shows PJ Souls, the other side shows Bob Odenkirk's photo again.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it does.
He could technically go to a convention now and sign pictures of young Bob.
And how can we forget Allison's boss, Dr. Mathis from H2? That's the last time I go to a party at Stevie Mathis' house.
Oh yeah. That's right.
So-
Yeah.
So
I never thought that before. Yeah.
yep.
Yeah.
Nice one.
That one I thought of when I first heard it. I said Mathis. I'm like, wait. It took me right back to H2. So the only thing I don't know, if I'm trying to remember in Ends, if they mentioned Dr. Mathis' first name, if it's Steve. Help me in the chat if it is. I don't know if it is.
Not
But that'd be
sure.
awesome because then that would be him. That just shows you he was a real asshole at parties, and he was an asshole in Ends. He was, like I said, he was very reminiscent of John Strode.
Yeah.
There's that bit later on when Laurie's fighting Michael, and she falls on the floor, and the knitting needles are lying on the sofa, and she lifts the knitting needle.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. And tries to stab her and gets her in the ear instead of the neck like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brett says, right now, cherry blossoms are stuck in his head. Oh, Hunter, I'm not going to argue with you there. Has the best serial killer mask. God bless. What would we do without Bill Shatner? If it wasn't for Bill Shatner, we wouldn't be here talking. We'd be talking, but we'd be talking about probably more than likely an Emmett Kelly mask.
Yeah.
I don't think it would be as iconic. It wouldn't be we might not be talking about it,
No.
True. Very
The
true.
mask is part of it.
Both Corey and Michael's transition is tied to fear, setting their killing patterns. Michael is abandoned by his sister, so he targets women. Corey is held in a closet by Jeremy, so targets douchebags. Yeah, very, very deep. And that's a great scene. That is a great scene. When that kid falls and you see him bounce up,
Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, whoa, holy shit. that was good. I'll give him that.
Fucking brutal scene. That is brutal. Yeah.
Do we have
That's
Myers
how
mask?
Halloween kicked off the movie. Unfortunately, it never met that same level.
Just right here, Hunter. There's a bunch of them, right? Well, these are the Silver Shamrock ones, but there's Myers masks all along here. I have some more up here. I have these over here.
Yeah.
And my Bucky helmet right there. Everybody has to own a Bucky helmet. And we did put it, we put that Joe and Brett, we put the idea in Nightmare Christie's head. You should just make Bucky helmets and sell them at Nightmare Toys because all the H4 people will buy them.
Oh yeah. Like hotcakes. Yeah.
Yeah. And not to mention Ends was 40 years after H3, pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
a cool shot at the end of the movie with the camera panning around Laurie's house, and you see Mars' mask lying on the table in the center of the table. Did you ever notice?
That's a good shot. Yeah, when Don't Fear the Reaper was playing.
Yes.
At the end of it.
That's
and of course the shape is mentioned again because evil doesn't die. She says it just changes shape.
Yeah.
When she's ending her memoir.
Yeah.
See, now that was an excellent use of the word shape.
Correct.
Fine. Yeah.
Yeah, but it was definitely like, oh, you knew where they were going with that this time.
Yeah.
Gene, you heading out? Awesome. Gene's awesome. If you celebrate Easter, have a good Easter. If not, just enjoy the day. Have a good day tomorrow.
Yep.
Awesome. Something I didn't notice on first watch is Oscar's mom being the we mentioned it earlier. That was her, and she was in his costume too. Yep. I picked up. I didn't pick up that she was in the costume. I think till the second time I watched it. I did see. I recognized her face right away when they were panning. I didn't see the costume in the theater. Then when I watched it when it was streaming on Peacock, I stopped. I was like, wait a second, that's the same costume Oscar died. I didn't pick it up in the theater.
Well, I have Mars just killing Cameron here in the background and kills.
Oh,
Just
you got
slapping
it.
his head up and down the staircase.
Oh yeah, he got his ass handed to him in that film.
Yeah, yeah. It's
And
just
here,
about to break his neck. It's about to break his neck. There we
and here,
go.
this site they're making mention a bit of a crossover and ends with Myers being in like the sewer. Like saying it's very Pennywise-ish because that's where the whole scene in the sewer is sort of like when they all encounter Pennywise. I can sort of see that, but I'm sure that wasn't even on their minds.
Nah, I don't think so.
No, the Christine
Cool.
stuff definitely had to be on their minds because that's just too
Oh,
similar.
yeah.
Those things.
Yeah,
Oh
sure.
yeah, big time, right? I mean, that's why they gave the last name Cunningham, just like Arnie Cunningham. Yeah.
I know. It's just like it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy that you get like pick one. Do you want to finish the Halloween story or do you want to reboot Christine? You know, what do you want to do here?
You choose.
Let's
Choose your own
do 'em
adventure.
both.
Let's cross them over. Overall, the novel of Enz's as I was mentioning, Travis, it's much better, and it's big. It's thick. I think it's the biggest one of the trilogy. There's a lot in there. My favorite part when we get to it, not to spoil it, is they in the novel, because when you go from kills to ends, you don't know how he got from point A to point B. I mean, how did he get from the Myers house where everybody was, but he just managed to walk out somehow, probably out the back door? And how did he end up in that sewer? You read the novelization, it tells you how he got from point A to B.
Okay. I'll definitely have to buy that. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
will.
and it's a really cool sequence that would have been great had they filmed it. And it actually ties in another character from 2018, which was the girl that Cameron kissed at the dance.
Okay. Okay.
Believe it or not. So I don't want to spoil it if nobody's read it yet. But when you get to it, it's definitely cool. And if you're going to say the same, like Pat was right, that why didn't you film this, assholes?
Yeah. Yeah. I'll definitely buy that. Yeah.
Yep.
Was that one read by Bronson Pinchot too?
No, unfortunately. I wish they had leaned into the idea Michael travels via the sewer system, the idea of him emerging from a manhole behind someone. Yeah, I mean, they should have shown how he got from point A to point B, but they didn't. It's in the novelization, and it would have been really cool had they done it. Once you guys, those that haven't read it, when you get to it. But yeah, go to Audible. Audible, the first month's free, so you can probably go through all 3 novels in the first month and just be done with it.
Yeah, but definitely will. Thanks.
And of course, in Halloween Ends, we just talked about it earlier. Nurse Deb's death when they're at Dr. Mathis' house. What does he do? He stabs her and stares at her just like like he's staring at Bob.
Bob, yeah.
Except she's a lot hotter than John Michael Graham.
Yeah.
Let's see what other one here. Oh, he does the same thing too. And yeah. Oh, you brought it up before. Yep, because I'm looking at the one site here when he does the Myers sit up. And there's a picture. I didn't notice on the wall. I guess apparently in her office there's that famous picture of PJ Souls and Nancy Loomis and her all together on the set. So I guess they put that in there because those were her friends.
Yeah.
Somebody brought up the fact, I forget here, it was either here or I read somewhere. I think it was somebody in the chat when we were talking about it. How cool it would have been at some point during this whole trilogy if she would have visited the graves of like Annie and Linda.
Yeah, that would have been good. What a nice touch. Yeah.
Yeah, really missed the boat on that one. That would have been cool, especially, being the 40-year anniversary of it, her go back and her friends died 40 years ago, her best friends and all the shit that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah, it would, yeah. Yeah,
especially how the whole town couldn't get over it for all these years. Like it's something they're living with. You can't even show the graves once. It's missed opportunity.
Yeah, definitely some missed opportunities here and there. That's why it's like, come on. I mean, granted, they did have a lot. I know from what I read, Danny McBride is a huge Halloween fan, so I think a lot of the attention to detail was some of his input. And of course, I mean, we all don't really know exactly how much John Carpenter put in because just give me my check and put my name on it.
I don't know. My biggest missed opportunity was not including part 2. I mean, this would be awesome if part 2 is part of it. That's the only thing missing.
Yeah.
That was when I did my what if. That was my biggest thing. I didn't mind the whole like doomsday prepper, her being crazy, obsessed about security, and just failed relationship, alcoholic. It would have been more believable if Halloween 2 existed, because not only
Yeah.
did it just
Yeah.
happen here, he followed her ass to the hospital and chased her again.
Yeah,
That would really
yeah.
fuck you up.
it would have made it
Yeah,
far
for
more.
sure. It made it all more believable because he was relentless. You know, that
Yeah.
whole
Yes.
night, not just this one little scene. You know, it's like it made more sense. Yeah.
Exactly.
Definitely.
Um,
Without a doubt.
I'm trying to see if there's anything else here on this. Shows the stills of her house with all the stuff that we mentioned, how she's wearing the same outfit from 78. And Don't Fear the Reaper playing at the end. And I think that's it. You guys got anything else in the chat? Anything else we missed? We can hang out and chat. Fortunately, I don't have to get up early tomorrow. I have some cooking to do. Going next door. Shout out to my neighbor. Going to his house for dinner tomorrow.
Very nice.
Michael is just badass in Halloween Kills, and he's so and I did like how, because you remember before 2018 came out, and they kept saying how they were going to try to make it that he was more human, like in the original one, that he wasn't supernatural. So the buildup they gave to him, a lot of people had a problem, like where, well, if he's not supernatural, how did he get shot, stabbed, killed? I did like how they kept saying the more he kills, the more he transcends. So it sort of makes him invincible. I didn't like the whole scene and ends where he's so-called recharging, where it looks like he was nutting when they were killing. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I didn't need to see that. It could be implied.
But, so Hulk Hogan
Yeah, when he was shaking it, I was like,
stuff. Yeah, fuck that.
yeah. I have to get
Well,
a
he
little
was more
clip
than
of.
human or had some kind of super strength right off the bat. Because I mean, how do you get Bob pinned up on the wall? How do you hang him from the ceiling? You know, what I mean, he had to. It's not. He's more than just a regular dude right off the bat.
Yeah, exactly.
That is something you could say too. That I was pleasantly surprised that they brought back. They brought back the playfulness of Myers, where like a dog or an animal, when they kill, they display their kills as a trophy. All the other ones you really didn't do that much. These really brought it back, especially kills.
Oh yeah.
We're putting them on the playground.
Yeah. All displayed on the
I
swing.
missed all that.
Yeah.
Let's see. Missed opportunity. The trilogy. Michael should have at least talked once, maybe. No. We don't need to hear him talk. Yeah, that went over like a fart in church in Rob Zombie's H2. No.
Yeah.
When I saw when he said die, I was just like, okay, I am gonna die. Did he just speak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
No. While there's no evidence to it, I suspect Willie the Kid was written for Busta Rhymes. I sure as hell hope so. I wish that Busta Rhymes would have got his ass handed to him like that. That line where he says "songs for the resurrection," feeling like a wink. That's true. I forgot about that. Yeah, I guess that could be. Yeah. We don't need to see that shit. Yeah, that is just. I'm looking for it. I don't even know if I still have it. Oh, I do have it.
Trick or treat, motherfucker.
No. That's a no for me. Yeah, that's a big.
Would you shut the fuck up?
Yeah. I agree with Ethel. I agree wholeheartedly with Ethel.
Yep. Ethel is a legend. Absolute legend.
Loomis played by Tom Jones Jr. in Kills. Oh yeah, I mean, they did such a good job with that guy. Holy crap! I got goosebumps when I saw that in the theater.
Yeah,
I was like, "Holy shit, he's back!"
Yeah, that was.
They did such an amazing job.
Yeah,
that whole flashback scene was just, oh man, chills the whole time watching it.
Yeah, big time.
And I loved how quickly it was, because you knew it was coming, but you didn't know how quickly it was going to come. Like I was in the theater just sitting there, and Cameron's there talking, and all of a sudden I was like, all right, here we go. I was like, all right.
That was so cool. I'll never forget seeing that for the first time. It was like, fuck yes. This is what I'm talking about. So cool.
Oh yeah, could you imagine if
it felt like Halloween? It felt good.
CGI Loomis would have really sucked. Oh, thank God they didn't do CGI. Shout out to Christopher Nelson again. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Although the one piece of dialogue was, Officer Hawkins, did he kill again? That was a little cringy to me.
Way too cringy. Yeah. Did he kill again? He pronounces it like that.
I could have that didn't bother me if he would have just said, "Officer, did he kill again?" How does he know Hawkins' name already? He's a rookie.
Exactly. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's not like he was driving around talking, with Brackett, so he knew who he was. How do you know Hawkins' name? So if he would have just said, "Officer, did you kill somebody again?" That would have been fine.
Yeah.
But how does he know his name?
Exactly. That was the
Yeah,
first
that was a little nitpick.
Yeah.
Nitpicky.
Yeah.
Matt says, also, I got a new interview with Tom Jones Jr. dropping. Oh, nice. This Monday?
Oh, good. Good.
Yeah, I caught the last couple of ones. Yeah, I just haven't been able to stay up too late on Monday nights, as of late, unfortunately. But yeah, I got to check it out. Who did Matt just had on there? He just had throw it in the chat, Matt. I know he's had a couple of other cool interviews with some people. For those that don't know, go check out Halloween Daily News. Matt does a live stream every Monday night. This Monday, awesome. Brady says the Loomis stumble out of the Myers house is spot on, where he leans out the doorway. Oh yeah, right when he first comes out. Gotcha. I'm like, huh?
The whole body language was totally Donald Pleasance. It was great. The exact same movements.
See, Hawkins says over his radio he's engaging Michael, and Loomis probably heard it in the car. Maybe, I guess. There's a way you got to justify it somehow, but it just seemed very odd that he knew this rookie's name right off the bat. It didn't, and I mean, granted, if it was Brackett at the top of the stairs, Sheriff Brackett did he kill because he was with Brackett.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was definitely not with Hawkins.
No.
Maybe he looked at his name tag or something.
That's it. Thanks, Matt. So yeah, he's had Doug Tate on, Jeffrey Landman, and Eric Preston on.
Good.
And director of Halloween Stalks fan films, which I'm not familiar with that one. See, when they are riding up the hospital stairs, there's a girl in a hospital gown shoved, and she's made to look like H281 Lori. Really?
Oh,
I didn't catch that. That's a good catch. I have to go back and check that out. I did not notice that.
I'll have to check that out.
If someone disowned Michael Myers, I would say, man, shut your bitch ass up. I would have to agree with you. The amount of thought and detail put into the flashback scenes was nothing short. It was. You could tell that it was done from the perspective of a Halloween fan, because nobody else would have done that amount of detail. I mean, down to every piece of everything in that house was spot on.
Absolutely. Yeah. Definitely.
It just makes you wonder why they couldn't do anything near that all these years. You know what I mean? There's so many opportunities to do something like that. And it took 40 years to do it. You know,
to me, it's just sheer laziness and just people that just wanted to put their own spin on it. Still petition Jeff Daniels as Hunt at a reboot. That would be pretty cool. That would work. What else we got to go on in the chat? And then, did you guys have anything we missed for Halloween Ends?
Well, that's me done.
I think we got them all.
Yeah.
I haven't seen one as many times.
I mean, of course, you saw they brought Julian back for the procession, so you do see him. So it's technically a callback to the 2018 film.
Of course.
Tom not only played Loomis, but also built the entire set. Yeah, that's right. He was the set director, including Myers' house.
Wow.
Yeah, definitely got to check out his interview.
Yeah,
take out the hospital writing stuff and kills jumps up. Oh yeah, that's it. I've told people before. When I watch kills, the whole hospital scene, I just fast forward through it because I just don't need to see it. There's really no rewatchability in it whatsoever.
I agree.
But that's just me. That's just me. But what's everybody? You guys. So on a side note, so we did this because it's Easter eggs in the Halloween trilogy. Everybody, you guys do anything tomorrow for the holiday? You guys celebrate? Whether you just get together with family or whatnot? Anybody do anything?
Well, I'll just be. Go ahead, Bill.
Oh, I'm going down to my sister's place. She's having Easter dinner down there. Let's go down and have some dinner down there with the family. You know.
Good. Well, and I'll just be finishing off painting the kitchen tomorrow. That's the excitement for me.
Yeah.
Domestic chores.
You gonna paint it in pastels, Easter colors?
Oh, it's pumpkin orange and black.
Oh, nice, nice.
The walls are pumpkin orange, and the woodwork's going to be black. Yeah.
Black. Wow.
Oh yeah.
I can't wait to meet your other half. She must be cool as hell. If I told my wife I was going to paint like moldings in the house black, she'd be like, no, you're not.
She's the same as me. She's a big horror nut, so it's no problem.
Well, I've told you guys, my wife is the complete total opposite of me. That's probably why it works for after 25 years.
Yeah, well,
Travis is.
my other half's still in Pittsburgh. She's not back until Thursday, I think.
Yeah. Oh, that's
So
right. She's over here in the States. That's right. I forgot about that.
Yeah,
She's near you, right?
It's Pittsburgh.
She's Pittsburgh is about Pittsburgh is about 5.5 hours from me.
Oh wow. Okay. Well, closer to you than me.
Oh, that close. Yeah, it's about 5 because I only know it's 5.5 hours because I think I've mentioned the story that Terrence and my son, we drove. I pulled him out of school. It had to be about 4 or 5 years ago. And we drove to Pittsburgh. This bar. Shit, what the hell was the name of it? I forget. And it went to see TSOL and the Dead Kennedys.
Cool.
I told my wife, I'm like, TSOL and the Dead Kennedys are playing at
Story
Pittsburgh.
of you and Terrence, at one time we hung out, you guys were telling me that story.
Yeah. So, and he loves punk rock music because he discovered it on my playlist. And I saw they were playing together, and I'm like, told my wife, is it okay if Terrence and I go? She's like, yeah, sure, go ahead. When is it? I go, well, it's kind of on a Thursday night, and it's in Pittsburgh. She's like, what? I'm like, well, and my son was super smart in school, straight A students. He didn't take a lot of days off, if any at all. So I'll pick him up early on Thursday. We'll drive out there. We'll see the show, stay in a hotel overnight, and come home. And that's exactly what we did.
Good. Cool city, Pittsburgh. Cool city.
So
really,
yeah, that was a lot of fun. Oh, I did upload this.
Comes with me every time Maiden comes to town. My son will go with me.
Yeah, my son's usually my partner in crime. He's usually when I go see shows.
They're about to come now. And I think like the cheapest tickets are like $200 or $300. So it's like, sorry, I think I ain't gonna see Maiden this time around.
Yeah, when they get a little bit too steep, yeah, I bow out. I was thinking about this today, and I was trying to figure out a way to work it in. But I see if you guys see anybody of my age group recognize this in honor of Easter.
I want these eggs. I want these eggs. I want to know.
Is Rebel Bugs Bunny? Anybody remember that? Come on, I'm not that old. Come on, I want Easter.
Man, I haven't seen it forever, man.
I was thinking about it today.
Used to love Bugs Bunny when I was a kid.
Yeah, I used to watch it all the time.
Bugs Bunny and Roadrunner.
8 hours.
Yeah.
So it's 8 hours for you guys. So it's further. Yeah. You should read. You should read what I just said. Oh, what'd you say, Hunter? I didn't see it. I'm going to get the Halloween Kills mask and rehaul it because it looks like mustard or toasted marshmallows. Yeah. Well, when I saw the Halloween Ends mask the first time, I was just like, everybody's like, why? Because remember the first version that came out, it looked like it. All right. Not to get too graphic, it kind of looked like somebody nutted all over the right side of his face. It really did. I was like, seriously? I'm like, that looks horrible. But unfortunately, it got better.
Wow.
I mean, I do kind of like the mossy look to it, like the mold, like it's been sitting somewhere. I just don't like the explanation or lack of how it got there or how he got to be there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's it. I think we did all our Easter eggs. We did some chatting. Everybody's been great in the chat. We can do a couple of quick things here, and then we'll get the hell out of Dodge. And for those that want to hang out tonight, I'll be hanging out. Actually, I might go to my neighbor's house, but I'll be hanging out. I wanted to bring this up because there's something. I see some shit. So if you guys are new, just watch this here. We're going to be recording our second episode of the Collectors Podcast. If anybody's here from the Collectors Group on a Facebook, this is up here now. Go check it out. This is what we consider our grails, our favorite shit in our collection. We're going to do another episode, hopefully this week. As these guys here know, I got kind of derailed the past week for certain events. So hopefully get back normal this week. We'll get our second episode. And for those who don't know, we do a book club on here. I just did episode 3 the other. Oh shit! I should have put episode 4 up there. This is what happens when it's 3 o'clock in the morning and you've had a couple of beers. So in 2 weeks, it'll be episode 4, and it'll be chapters 16 through 20. And Colin and I just recorded this last night. Our top 10 albums of 74, and there's a couple right there you're going to recognize.
That was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun.
That was a lot of fun. It's Colin's birth year, so we go through our 10 favorite albums that were released in 74. Let's see who can pick out the albums that are in this picture. Or some of them, at least.
Well, no Kiss, and I know David Bowie. I don't really know if I know what albums they were on in 74. Well, he's doing the Ziggy Stardust thing there. So,
Diamond Dogs.
Yeah, that was from
yeah,
Diamond Dogs.
I couldn't tell you what
Kiss.
records they are.
Rush. Is that Rush? The sides?
Yep, that's the size. I figured you picked that up. I just pulled the Rush logo out of the center. And in the center, that's Blue Oyster Cult, the cover of Secret Treaties.
Ah, okay. Okay.
And of course, New York Dolls, Too Much Too Soon was released in 74.
That's cool.
So that's there. And they'll be probably maybe Monday. The Kiss fans, go check out Kiss My Past. And of course, the podcast. The podcast is normally on Sunday nights. We're not doing it tomorrow with my cohorts who are on vacation, but Brett's been hanging out the whole time. And it's true. With Bill right here, we got to jump on the Tales from the Dark Side episodes. Yeah, we got to discuss that this week. Now that things are, in my world, getting back to normal, and the podcast streams on these places, and go subscribe, like, comment, all that happy horse shit. But let's hang out while we can. Oh, look at this! Ronnie's in the house. Ronnie, I'm so pissed I missed the friggin'. They did a stream last night on all the food in the Friday the 13th franchise. And I was pissed. I'm like, son of a bitch. I was sitting on the couch last night and fell asleep and I missed it. I was like, son of a bitch, because I would have all the time in the world to do it. I'm so pissed. But I watched it today and it was funny as hell.
Franchise was in part 3.
Yeah.
That scene where you everything in the grocery store.
That's it. Fucking donuts, nuts.
And you got what do you call it? Ethel's slop
Fish
when she's
food.
making the shit. Speaking of Ethel.
That's it.
Great Easter egg roundup, guys. Enjoy it. Thanks, Matt. I'll probably we'll be in the chat. Go make sure you guys go check it out on Monday night.
Cheers, man.
What else here? Fish food. Yeah, when he eats the fish food. Oh God.
Oh, that's gross.
What would possess? I mean, you must be a hungry son of a bitch. I mean, you have all that food in there. What would possess you to taste fish food?
Fish food. Oh, even the smell of it. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, what the
Well,
hell?
look at the guy.
Man?
He was eating everything. He was eating everything.
Yeah. Oh, and we were commenting. Who was commenting too? When we were watching the other night, that if you cleaned her up a little bit, the wife would have been pretty cute.
Yeah, that's what I said. I said that.
Was that you? Yeah. If you look at her, she was. If you put her in and cleaned her up a little bit and took the rollers out of her hair and got her out of the moo she was pretty cute.
Yeah. Kind of like an early Mia Goth look to her.
Right. That's right. Yep. I remember that. Yep. And this Tuesday we're going to be. Shit, I didn't even put it up on the thing because I didn't get a chance to make the thumbnail. I was busy today. So I think this Tuesday we're going to do April Fool's Day because April Fool's Day is actually Monday.
Oh, cool. I haven't watched that film in a couple of years.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I haven't watched it in a bit. And and it's funny because we had Nightmare Christie on a couple of weeks ago, and she mentioned that was her favorite horror movie. So I did send her a message saying, hey, look, we're watching this on Tuesday. Would love to have you on because it's your favorite film. And she got right back to me because she's so sweet. And she said, she's like, damn. She's like, I have something to do Tuesday night. I can't. But she'll be back for another movie watch along or something. She was a lot of fun. Go check that episode out. She was super fun. But yeah, figure I didn't want to change it to Monday, which is technically actually I got to work Monday night anyway. We couldn't do it because Monday's actually April Fool's Day.
Yeah,
but we'll do it Tuesday night. I got to find out where it is. It's got to be streaming somewhere because I know I don't own it.
I have it on DVD.
Yeah, I see them here. Like a DVD. Yeah.
Yeah, that's one movie I never got on physical media. Not for any other reason other than I like it, but not enough to go crazy and buy it. I mean, I know you guys are physical media collectors. I just don't have the room.
Yeah, that's about one of my wife's favorite slashers from back in the day. She likes that one a lot.
Cool movie.
Thanks, everyone. This is only my second time being part of the live chat. I love contributing to the collector group on Facebook, too. It's been fun. Oh, happy Easter, DT. Man, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Come back anytime. We're here. That's awesome. So you're part of the collectors group, too. That's awesome. Yeah, I threw this in the collectors room, see if we get some people from the collectors group to hang out. And I'm going to be reaching out to people in the group. If you're here from the collectors group, when we do our next episode, we're going to start trying to bring in, because the whole collectors group is tons of like people doing rehauls and custom masks. So maybe we'll get some people on. Oh, our good friend Colorado.
Hey,
Late to the
Hello.
party, Joey. How I saw your vacation on the East Coast. It looked like a lot of fun. Yeah, Joey is somebody we met in we call her Colorado because we were so drunk we kept forgetting her name. We knew she was from Colorado, so we just call her Colorado. And she was so much fun out in at age 45. And we were talking the other day because when we put our top 5 butts in horror, all the women were like, well, what about the men? And I have no problem doing the men. It's just the thing is I don't know any guys great ass because I don't look at guys' asses. So I was thinking, shit, maybe we'll get Joey on, and maybe I'll ask Nightmare Chrissy to come back and say, why don't you guys? We'll just sit here and we'll moderate the panel, and you guys can pick some hot man ass. Matt's about to unbox the illustration. Oh, I didn't get mine yet. You know what it is? I didn't pre-order it, and I didn't order it because I was like, every time I was going to do it, I didn't want to drop because I had to get both versions. I didn't want to drop the money. And for those that know, and these guys know, my mother passed away last week, so I got derailed on a lot of things. And I was sitting here one night, having a couple of cocktails, and somebody posted the picture of it, and I said, "Fuck this!" I went and bought them. You know, when you shop, you're upset. I was like, "Fuck this!" I bought both versions of it. So hopefully, I'll have that soon.
Good.
Hey, speaking of collectors and stuff, I know you guys usually do this
geez, what'd I do?
podcast on Sundays. You have your collector spotlights and stuff. So I just had one ready just in case you were going to do anything like that. Wanted to give a shout
do you
out to
have?
our buddy Lurch in the chat who sent me this. I got this in the mail the other day. The Warriors.
Oh, the
box
Arrow
set
one?
from Arrow. Yeah,
Very
Lurch
nice.
sent it to me.
Lurch
Very
told me
nice.
about it, and I forgot. I meant to go get it.
Very nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. It is so cool, man. There's posters. I mean, the 2 different covers, stickers. There's all kinds of shit in this, man.
That's good.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
Thanks
I
again,
bought that.
Lurch.
I didn't.
Lurch is the man. Such
Yeah.
a great guy. Such a cool guy.
Yeah, and
Definitely,
shout out
for
to
sure.
Matt. Shout out to Matt Arch in the chat, the Hollywood Daily News. We met him. We met Lurch in his chat on Monday nights, and we met
Nice.
him. Hung out with him at age 45, and I echo Colin and Bill's words. He's a super cool guy, great guy to hang out in person, and it's funny too because he never smiles. He makes a joke. It's just like I think I almost had you smiling, Lurch. We're gonna make you smile one day.
Just
Gonna make
fucking.
you
I remember
smile.
you saying that, Pat. I remember you telling me that. I've gotten Lurch to laugh quite a few times now.
Oh, he'll
Peyton
laugh,
texted
but he won't
James
smile.
something.
I heard him
Oh,
laugh,
okay.
but I didn't get him to smile.
Yeah, we've been having fun with that, man. We've been playing a lot together.
Oh, speaking of the devil, there's my neighbor. I'll be as soon as we're off here. I'll probably come over. I'll hang out, have a cigar, have a couple of drinks. He was out with the dinner was done. I have no problem doing men this day. Look, hey, to each his own. Nothing wrong with to each his own. Let's see what else I'm missing here in the chat. Stefan, yeah, fortunately, mom passed away. Yeah, week ago this Wednesday. Let's see. It's Michael Myers brothers with Michael Russo. So I'll tell you a story. So when we sit in the man cave, I'm showing Mike all the horror movies and Halloween stuff. So every time it comes up, and it plays like the theme, Mike, if you're still out there, all I hear is I hear him over there. He's like the like especially when we're watching Friday the 13th. I just start fucking laughing. It starts mumbling the theme.
I do that all the time too. Bum bum, bum 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 bum.
No, I was just mentioning I didn't get them yet. Yeah, I got a confirmation that they were paid for because they took my money, but I haven't got a confirmation that they were sent out yet. See, Mike's up. That's his jam. The dinner. Oh man, gotta go. Hey Hunter, thanks for come by anytime. We don't normally do this on Sunday nights, people. This was a Saturday night stream because we did a watch long, and Colin and Bill were hanging out with us on Tuesday because my usual cohorts are on vacation. Joe's out in Seattle celebrating his lovely wife Mary Beth's birthday. And Brad, I don't know where you are now. Last I heard, you posted you were in near Knoxville, Tennessee. He's been all over the place. All I picture is like the Brett and family cruising around in like the family truckster, and you see the map and they're like going like this, moving around from state to state.
Yeah. Pac-Man thing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I envision. Thursday,
Thank
my
you.
order got canceled. I'm bummed. Order through. What got canceled, Lurch? What order got canceled?
Hmm.
The printed in blood book, because I ordered it directly through the website. They better not cancel it because it said they had them still in stock.
That's pretty shit.
Yeah. Let's see. So Brett's in Lexington, Kentucky right now.
Uh-huh.
Damn, you must have put a lot of miles on that Bronco, brother. Holy shit.
Mhm.
Did you get to meet up with?
friends down
Did you guys? Did you and Lurch meet up? I know you were going to try to hook up with him. Maybe you didn't. But yeah, that's you guys. Hold on a second. Lisa just got done tying the ant to the roof of the tarps. It's a tree. Nice.
Yeah. Don't forget the dog.
Yeah.
I'll go back and pick up the rest of the carcass, sir.
Dump her off.
Tough little pooch. Was held on for about 2 or 3 miles. Such a good scene. That's
Well,
what's his name
it's a
too?
great
That's shit. What's his first name? It's Stacy Keach's brother.
Oh yeah, yeah.
The guy that played the cop, but I can't remember his name.
If I
was
always
a-
love that part when they crash the car. I think I just stabbed my brain. I think I just had my period.
Yeah. Dad, you must have shot this about 20 yards. Russ, it's not about that. And he's just like, 20 yards.
Pretty,
He's all proud of himself.
then Russ guzzles his beer. Down in one. Fuck.
Oh God, such a good movie. We got to do a watch along of that one of these days. Classic.
Yeah.
So we say we'll call it a night. We're almost hitting 2 hours. We'll kill everybody. You guys want? We'll say our goodbyes after this. Everybody, thanks. See, there you go. You kidding me? This is a Magnum PI. Sorry, folks. Park's closed. Moose out front should have told you so. But yeah, we'll call it a night. Tell everybody happy Easter. Hope everybody enjoys. If you celebrate tomorrow, if you don't, enjoy your Sunday.
Yeah.
And everybody have a good week. We'll be back on Tuesday night for our watch along of April Fool's Day, which has a lot of cool characters in it. Look, go check out the Everscathe. Promote that shit. The Everscathe, Bill's band. Do you guys have a website, right? That's just the Everscathe?
Everskate.com. And we're
There
on
you
all the social media, YouTube, got our own YouTube channel.
Yeah,
Everything.
don't be shy. Yeah, throw that shit out there. Yeah, absolutely. And
Me shy?
no,
No.
nope,
Not at all.
not at all.
Not at all.
Thanks, Matt. We'll see you. I'll be there on Monday night.
Cheers,
good,
man.
Cheers, man.
Yeah, Brett. Enjoy the rest of your trip. Get home safely, and I'll talk to you before Tuesday.
Yes.
Happy Easter, folks.
Easter,
Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you have a great Easter. And yeah, you guys hang out. We'll say our goodbyes afterwards. Thanks, everybody. Like, comment, subscribe, all that happy horse shit. We'll be back Tuesday night. And thanks for hanging out on this Saturday night with us.
Hails and
See you later.
cheers.
I am talking about the real possibility that he is still out there.